Well, hey there, it's Jennie Wolek with the Wolek Group, Keller Williams Realty. And as you guessed it, I'm back to share this month's market information and stats based on our Tulsa multiple listing service. That's right, each month our MLS puts together all the data, compiles all the info for us to then interpret and then share with you so that we can best help our clients when it comes to pricing their home, when it comes to making offers on homes, because we know the numbers don't lie. And so that's what we like to be educated on. So today I'm going to share with you the most up-to-date market stats. Now, this comes from September. As I always remind you, it is always lagging a little bit, but it's always good to have a really good pulse on what is going on in our local market. I love looking at the year over year, the year to date data. It does also share the month to month, but I want to get the bigger picture so we can get a really good feel of what's going on. Of course, if we were going to meet to help you talk about pricing your home or buying a home, we'd look at the right now info, and that's going to be in the different areas that you either live in or want to buy in. So don't worry, we'd get really specific when it comes to helping you with your real estate needs. But for now, let's go ahead and look at September 2024. So if we look at the active listings, the closed listings, we are doing great, honestly. It's been really fun because we are catching up. This time last year, there's kind of a gut punch in our industry when it comes to the market and production, mainly because of those dang interest rates. They went up a bit and it kind of took the sales out of everybody's energy when it came to making a move. Now, we know though, people still need to buy and sell homes. They have life events that happen and maybe a relocation or a new baby, all that stuff. And so people do still need to move. So never fear, you will not be alone if now is the time for you to do it. Closed and pending sales are pretty steady like they were last year. What is really great news is we do have new inventory. Man, over last year, we have 7.9% higher properties on the market for sale. That's good because we've been at such a low inventory for so long. If you've been in the market recently, you remember that's why we had multiple offers. That's why you may not have been able to get many concessions when you were buying because of the low inventory. Supply and demand. That's always what's going on. Now, this is what I really want to point out. Now, this is what's really important to note. Whenever a property is, when we consult with a client who's looking to sell their home, we're going to research the data, the market, and like I'm doing now, I'm sharing this with you. Now, this is the macro, this is the big overview, but then we're going to dive specifically into the neighborhood, the school district, and get really granular so we can best help our clients price their home correctly, because we know that that first price is the go-to-market price, the strategic price that helps attract the most amount of buyers, the best offers early on. We know that the most amount of activity and the best activity is right out of the starting gate. In those first few weeks is where we're going to have the most enthusiasm and excitement for someone to buy your home, because you guys know what happens when a home sits on the market, even if it's glorious and amazing and has all the amenities and all the doodads and the things. If it is overpriced, buyers and agents know this. They see it because they're comparing it to other homes that are similar and they're going to pass on it. Now that property is going to sit. And what happens when it sits? People think something might be wrong with it. And there could be nothing wrong with it. It could have just been that first on the market price was just a little bit too high. Now, here's why I'm seeing this is to be the case. The average list price right now is $326,463. And when it actually sells, the average sales price, sold price, is $319,988. That's a difference of, I'm going to round up, about $6,500. So if every penny matters, buyers really care, interest rates might be a little higher than they'd like, every dollar matters. So they're going to be really comparing apples to apples and really watching that listing price, because they're going to think, oh, well, they want that price. They won't negotiate. I'm going to move on and go to the next house. So when pricing your home, it is so important Not only do you look at the closed sales are in the past. Those are what happened at one point, and we don't know what's going to happen today. Now, the pending sales, this means a buyer and seller agreed on a price. And so that's a good place to look, but it could be a little out of date as well. You really need to see, well, that was at least realistic. That number at least happened. But inside of that pending price, we don't know the sold price yet. There could be some negotiations that have gone on inside of that, right? A buyer could have asked for some closing costs help or a home warranty or some other way that the seller contribute to the sale of the home. So we don't know that number yet whenever we look at only pendings. Now, the active competition is a really great place to start, though. Now, it could be out of whack. It might not be the reality, but it at least shows you your competition. And if I'm to be very honest, I would always recommending being right at or below the other competition. Even if you think your home is better, you're going to shine, you're going to stand out. And then if you've ever been to an auction, you know how this goes. When people get to an auction, when they see a good deal, when they see something they really want, what happens? That's right, they bid the price up. So if you are priced strategically to beat the competition, be better than when it comes to pricing and condition, the other properties that are out there, you're going to win. And that is what is so, so dang important, especially when our days on market has creeped up a little bit. So this is another number to note. Last year, this time, it took 30 days to get a property under contract. And today it's at 37.31. Does that matter? It matters because every day the clock is ticking, down goes the opportunity for you to get the most amount of money, right? The first few weeks is when you're going to get the most activity. And now, as time goes on, if you miss the mark on the pricing, then you may have to adjust your price. And you can see right now, a seller in today's market at the average listing price is needing to come down almost $6,500 to get their home sold. Now, we don't even know if they also had to add additional concessions. So, why not? Here's my little rant. Why not just price it right from the start? Get the most amount of money early on and move on. Get into your new place, make that move you've been wanting to make, and make sure that you're capitalizing on an early entry opportunity in the market. All right, so enough of my rant there. But listen, this really matters. I'm passionate about it because I've seen it over 23 years in this business. I know how this works, and I know how I want my clients to win and succeed when it comes to pricing their home and getting the most amount of money. We're here to help you work through all of these strategies and scenarios. Of course, we want you to net the most amount of money. Now, on the buy side, you can still use this information to get the best deal for yourself as well. I know it feels like nobody can win-win on both sides, but you absolutely can. If you know the market and you make a strong offer, but you still maybe receive some of the concessions or negotiate a little bit on the price, that feels good, and you get to buy the home that you love rather than continuing to rent or live in a place that isn't fitting your current needs. Now, the month supply of inventory is the most dramatic out of all of these numbers. This number is up 26.63%. That means if we take all that active inventory, I told you it was great. We have new listings on the market. That's wonderful. More are coming on, but they aren't selling as fast. So it may take 3.21 months for everything that we currently have to sell. Again, this ties into all the data and the information I've been sharing. Real estate is all about supply and demand. We love talking data and details with our clients. So please reach out if you have some specific questions, and we'll make sure and share all this info for you to be able to download and research yourself, or let's have a chat. I hope to talk to you soon and have a great day.